They said Koijo was final year student and he was cutting Kadeiva. How? Am I the only one that thinks that even when this babe was on screen, she was still looking like money? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Doreen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's start again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Doreen, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in today's video, as you can already tell from the title, I'm going to be doing a movie reaction stroke review, and I'm going to be reacting to Citation the movie. So yeah, if you're interested in hearing what I have to say, then definitely keep on watching. So first of all guys, I have notes here. See, I didn't want to forget anything that I have to say. So yeah, let's dive right into the movie. So we don't know what I'm talking about. Citation is a Nollywood or Nigerian movie that was released on Netflix this past weekend. Okay, so many conversations have come up because of the movie, and I just thought, you know what, let me just talk about it here on my channel and get to know what you guys think about it as well. So the first I'm going to talk about is the production. Guys, the production of this movie was A1. It was 100%. The sound, crisp and clear. You know when you're watching some Nollywood movies that the tune just be unnecessarily loud, or there'll just be one, I don't know how to explain it. The sound was very clear. The cinematography was A1. The color grading, man, like that was the first thing I noticed. In the first scene where Temiotedola, Iniedo and the other guy were together, I noticed the colors immediately. I don't know why, maybe it's because I have an eye for these things now, but I noticed the color immediately. The color grading was beautiful. Like even the color schemes for their outfits, you could see the blend. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but that was like about the first thing that I noticed, and it was so beautiful. In fact, when they were doing the like credit scenes, I had to look out for who the colorist was because it was really on point. The video quality, so good. Video and audio quality was so good. Everything that has to do with the production of that movie was really good. Another thing, the makeup and the styling was good. The makeup wasn't too much. You know how Nollywood movies, they always have this thing where almost all the actresses have full faces of bridal makeup on at all times, even in bed, they're sleeping, makeup everywhere, makeup. Like the makeup in this movie, I think it was Lola Maja that did the makeup, and it was very minimal. It wasn't unrealistic. It wasn't the kind of makeup that will make you think, where did she have time to be wearing lashes, to be doing all these things. It was so beautiful. The styling, the outfits, it made so much sense. Kunle Afolayan is the kind of guy that he always brings Nigerian culture into everything, and I loved it. I loved how they had the Nigerian music, Ankara everywhere. Everything was just good. Okay, now let's move to the acting. Okay, so the main actress in the movie, her character name was Moremi, was played by Temi Otedola, and Temi Otedola, like, this is her first ever movie, and I will not lie, she did good. Like, you won't even know that that's her first movie. She did really good. I feel like she was perfect for the role. She had this innocent, carefree, beautiful vibe, you know, that was perfect for the role, to be honest. So Temi did very good. Gabriel Afolayan, who played like her boyfriend in the movie, Koyejo, he's a good actor. He killed that role of final year medical student so well. Like how they're always egoistic and feel so fine and everything, especially when they meet people for the first time. Like he did it so well. His Yoruba was just so, oh gosh, at any time he was speaking Yoruba, I just used to smile. Like the fact that he would speak English and then put Yoruba inside, it was so sweet and cute. I loved it. Another person that really acted very well was the professor. Despite the fact that the professor's character was he did it well. One character that I particularly did not like was Iniedo's character, and I don't know why. I just didn't like her character. I just disliked her. Even besides the fact that she was even acting the role of a fake friend, snake type thing, I just did not even like her character. So when Temi Otedola started to speak French, I was just like, I'll take my life. Like, gosh, her French is beautiful. I feel like the fact that there was French in that movie, it just elevated it from regular Nollywood, to be honest. Like, it just made it so African centered. Like, it just looked so foreign. It looked like all those kinds of movies that white people will come and shoot in Africa to depict something. That's how beautiful it was. The French was fluent. As in, our French was fluent. When I was watching the movie, I was just thinking, okay, so where can I learn French? Because I need to learn this language. The French was so good. Her Yoruba wasn't even as fluent as her French. Her Yoruba was so international and but it was really cute. Like the way she was just speaking, it was so cute. Wait, am I the only one that thinks that even when this babe was on screen, she was still looking like money? I don't know. I think there's a kind of wealth that you have that even when you're on screen, even when you're acting a regular role, you just look like money. Like Timothy just looked like money. As she was acting as Moremi, babe, her skin, as there was minimal makeup on her face, she just looked rich. Like she just looked rich without dressing up. This babe looked like money. God, please. I've seen so many conversations concerning this plot, and I just want to say that this story was more futuristic than realistic, and you need to see that. Like, this story is clearly not the reality of things in Nigeria. We all know that. Everybody knows that that is not the reality of so many cases in Nigeria. In federal universities, I don't think you even get hearing K. I've not heard it before. I don't think you get hearing that is even for several days, and they actually want to listen to your story. Like, I think the moment you even report it, they will even dismiss it. They will even take it up at all. This movie was basically just showing us how things are meant to be. I'm sure the person that wrote that movie knew that this is not how it plays out in Nigeria a lot of times. We all know the sad reality of living in Nigeria. Is there a need to watch it again? Like, I've watched so many sex for grades kind of movies, and everything is basically the same. Like, you watch it, you get triggered, you get angry and stuff like that, you complain about Nigeria and everything. But this person was trying to show us what an actual system should be like in a school, to be able to fight for the people that get oppressed, be able to fight for people that get harassed and stuff like that. That is what it is meant to be. I feel like so many people are dismissing it because it's not realistic. It's painting a perfect system. Moremi was the main character in this movie, which was played by Temi Otedola, and she was a very innocent, carefree, just living her life. I think they stated in the movie that she didn't have a first degree in Nigeria, so she was literally just acting like she was in the Western world. Like she was just trying to get her degree and basically move on with her life, having conversations without getting defensive, no guards up. Like, she was just a free spirit. And I've seen conversations about this, and people were like, oh, despite the fact that the professor was an animal, that she also didn't set boundaries. She also didn't she wasn't defending herself against him, and she was too naive. She was living like she was in a perfect world, okay? She wasn't living like she knew that these things happen. She's like taking regular self-defense classes. When men and even women take self-defense classes, they'll tell you, if someone is trying to mug you at night, the person is behind, you can use your leg to hit the person from behind, the person is in front of you, you can put your arms under, all those kinds of things to defend yourself against people that will try to mug you at night or rob you and stuff like that. In a perfect world, you don't need that, because in a perfect world, nobody will be stealing, nobody will be trying to attack you at night. But we don't live in a perfect world, so it's necessary. It's the same thing. Like with sexual harassment and stuff like that, it is not okay. Nobody's even saying that it's okay, that it's fine. And in a perfect world, girls don't need to be scared of walking at night and having conversations with whoever they want to have it with, and being friendly with people. Girls don't need to be scared of that. But we don't live in a perfect world, so it's just wisdom to be able to set boundaries, to be able to understand that these things actually happen. It is not okay, but they do happen, so I need to protect myself from these things. So that's one part that she didn't have, because there was a time they went on a trip to Senegal, and one little boy came to her and just told her to follow him, and this girl just started following in another country. I was like, sister. The boy walked for a long distance. It's not as if it was just follow me to this place. The boy kept taking her and taking her and taking her, and she just kept following. And I'm like, what if he was leading you to robbers? Not like she just followed him. I'm like, okay, this girl is quite naive. Like, she was just living like she was in a perfect world, to be honest. And obviously, whoever wrote it knew what he was doing. They made her character what it was. And I feel like what this movie is trying to show us is that just because someone is innocent, naive, or accommodating, no cares in the world, or oblivious to things that are happening, doesn't mean you should take advantage of the innocence. Familiarity and friendliness is not an invitation for sex. And it's just very sad that that's the kind of world we live in. Once you get too familiar with people, they see it as a green light. Her boyfriend even mentioned it in the movie. It was very annoying to hear, but it was the truth. Like, it was so annoying when he was saying, I was just like, oh, but it's the truth. Do you get me? Because it's really not okay. Like, you're trying to get your degree, but you have to be worried about talking to your lecturer, even when it's an intellectual conversation. If your lecturer is being too friendly with you, if he's calling you to answer questions, you'll be worried, you start getting defensive, you start getting scared. It's not okay. So yeah guys, overall I think it was a good movie. I feel like if you watch it with an open heart, you will actually get what the movie is trying to say. A lot of people, I feel like I've seen a lot of tweets concerning this movie, and I feel like a lot of Nigerians watch Nigerian movies with the eye of criticism. They're just looking for a mess up, looking for something to say, they've done this. Obviously there'll be mess ups. There were two scenes in particular that I feel like were mess ups for me. The first one was when Koyejo met Moremi for the first time. That's Gabriel Afolayan, and he now said, oh, I'm a medical student and that's my elder brother is a lecturer. Kunle now turned and he made one mumu face. I was like, so what's the point of this scene? Like that scene was so unnecessary. Like, it shouldn't have even been there at all. I don't even know why they put it there, because it wasn't going to show face again. It was just clear that they wanted Kunle to show, because there was no other reason for that scene. That scene it didn't even look natural. The second scene I didn't like. They said Koyejo was final year student and he was cutting Kadeva. How how are you a final year student and sitting in anatomy? That one wasn't very well thought through. I feel like obviously maybe they didn't have access to the clinic and they just thought the only thing that would depict medical students would be anatomy. But final year students, it's first year students that deal with anatomy. They should have just shown him in a class. I feel like that would have just made it better, but that anatomy was just Another point that got boring for me was when they went on that trip. I feel like it was very slow paced at that point. I was really waiting for something to happen. I just got bored of watching them dancing and climbing and taking pictures, and I was just like, what else, what next? Like, I got bored at that point. So that place was a bit slow paced, but eventually it picked up. So yeah, that's the end of this video guys. I really hope that I was able to review this movie without spoiling it for you. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. It's on Netflix. You can download it as well. Yeah, leave your thoughts about the movie, everything I said. Which one do you agree with, which one do you disagree with? Let's have conversations in the comments section, okay? And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.